Caught you looking for the same thing. It's a new thing. Check out this I bring. The roll below the level, cause I'm living low next to the base. Come on! Turn up the radio.
Years ago, I mean, the man, I don't know how old Bill Cosby is, but he was an old man.
He's 81 now.
He's 81 years old.
Yeah,
now,
he's old now.
I don't know about, people are saying, why didn't Harvey Weinstein this and Harvey Weinstein that? I'm not up on Harvey Weinstein and what he exactly did. Are y'all in tune with Harvey Weinstein? Is it the same basis?
Yeah.
But he's not guilty.
A group of women, I believe, came out and said that he was sexually inappropriate.
He was saying
that.
It was 21 women. Yeah, it was sexually inappropriate.
More than Bill.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, one is too much. But his thing was,
I stand corrected. 82 women. Thank you, Leslie.
I know that Harvey Weinstein, and also he put those girls in a box if they didn't give it up. He was blackballing them, but pretty much he was strong-arming it. It wasn't Bill case. I didn't hear anything about it, and even with the conviction, I might be wrong. They didn't say he strong-armed them.
No,
nothing like
no,
that.
No.
They were saying it was a drug or something like that. See, I don't want to. I have my views on it, but I don't want to add nothing, no extra sauce to anybody, allegations or whatever.
You don't have to.
Or whatever. Alleged.
Right. And we can learn facts from each other too, because it's a lot of
have a facts-based conversation on that.
Right.
But what's your opinion? We know where you at on it.
You already know where I'm at with it.
Now I did hear you say people conspired. Let's delve. Y'all cool when delving into that?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, who do you think is or would be conspiring? I mean, who would you think? I mean, is it
I'm gonna say
this. Who?
But I'm gonna say this. Then I'm gonna go here. Since we're gonna talk about conspiracy about it first, let's go here. Let's give a backstory first.
Okay.
Backstory. Bill Cosby, a successful African American. No, I'm sorry, I didn't correct it. A successful man of color with melanin in his skin.
I like it.
It wasn't until, but now follow me now. It wasn't until he wanted to buy NBC that he got the strong no at first from the powers that be. And then when he derailed that, they told Bill Cosby, what will be your backup plan? If you're going to buy NBC, what are you planning on doing? Bill said, well, I'm going to build a college, and I'm going to let everybody but have melanin, but that's in the radio and a TV broadcast profession. I'm going to send them to college free from the college that I built, and I'm bringing them all over into NBC. Them crackers said, no, the hell you ain't. So then they set it up where they put his son on 13, thinking Bill was going to fall back. Bill kept pushing. So from that point, but they wanted Bill to go ahead and buy Harpo. And because Oprah at the time, and she was selling her joint, Bill said, no, I want NBC. So then from when Bill said no again, then you have all these allegations that came out. The first time a lady goes public and get caught in a lie and says she's a liar, there's no way you can retry her in 60 months. I mean, in 6 months. But I'm sorry, but in 6 months. Period.
And the only reason why they brought it to Pennsylvania, and because Pennsylvania is a Commonwealth state, pretty much ran by women.
Wow.
So whatever women say goes, because if you notice now, the judge have been sanctioned by the judge of appeals. And they sent him back to judge school, as they said it. He's gone back to judge school to do some research on this case. Here's the next question that was raised. How can you find somebody convicted? And it's going to bring up another case on this. How can you find somebody convicted off of assumptions? You can't. First of all, to be tried and to be convicted in Supreme Court, you have to be tried amongst your peers. That jury had 3 people with melanin on it. The rest was white. The 3 jurors with melanin, not guilty. Everybody else guilty. On top of that, out the 10 jurors that was white, 7 of them was gay. Okay. So what's that telling you? Bill Cosby did it. Here's my next question. we all got common sense, right? So what you mean to tell me is that I'm Bill Cosby, but I'm gonna bring you to a party. I'm gonna put some drugs in the punch that don't sink, that don't dissolve, that stays at the top. And you go and you get it and you drink it. I make you have sex with me because I made you drink this punch, right? But you don't remember shit for 30 years, and now 30 years, and you remember again?
Wow. Well, you see, I didn't know he was making big punch bowls full of this concoction. You know, I didn't know exactly what the process was. I figured he was just dropping a little something in the drink, or so he actually had a punch bowl full of allegedly had a punch bowl full. Okay. Okay. Y'all, you want to chime in?
All right. I did a lot about 2 years ago when maybe 3 years ago when the Bill Cosby stuff first came out. I had posted because I had, you know, I didn't want to make a crack judgment on it, so I had did the research on the case. The women, more importantly, I wanted to know who they was. Okay. The NBC, the purchasing of.
Are you talking about the Caitlyn Jenner lookalike?
She was a player at Temple. I remember her. She's a big time. She was a female basketball player at Temple. So I do remember her. She moved on to be a coach and a bunch of things. The hairdo and that face. Because she reminded me of
Rafiki off of Lion King.
That too, but the person from Maz, the little Rusty from Maz with the red hair, that's who I get from her. Not no insult, sorry, it's not about that.
And but she do look like him.
Yeah, but I did a little research on it, and when I looked,
hey, you in the line? Take the mask off. That?
Yeah. But it was an article in Vanity Fair, and it was also another one in Fortune 500. About when Bill Cosby, because it wasn't also Bill Cosby that was trying to buy NBC. He had a rivalry with Jay Leno at the time, and Jay Leno was also trying to purchase NBC. So it was both of them that went in, and they both went in. Bill Cosby went in with a $4 billion offer, about $500,000 more than what at the time. Yeah, he had. They never even wrote in either article what Jay Leno offer was. Bill Cosby's was, I mean, it's not that one. It's not the publication to that one. I'm not saying you can't find that. I don't want to throw out a number that I didn't use or anything like that.
2.3 million.
2.3. Well, I know he bid a number that was closer to the value at the time because Saks had value done at only 2.5 billion. Right. So Bill Cosby, when he went in there to try to buy it, because also they didn't like his business partner. His business partner was a man. He ran CBS Sports. He ran CBS Sports and Turner Sports. Okay. That was his business partner. They didn't want his business partner in there, which later Bill Cosby ended up firing his wife and them for stealing $8.5 million of his money.
Allegedly.
So, not allegedly. No, that's true. That's true. So
they
didn't want him. They didn't want him with him. So that was the big thing. At the time, Bill Cosby owned 20 bottling plants for Coca-Cola.
Yep.
Okay. Bill Cosby is the biggest distribution bottler in the world. Single owner other than a company. He owns about 21% of Coca-Cola.
Gotcha.
That's one. All right. They end up the deal fell through for NBC, and he ended up getting a deal with Coca-Cola, and they end up buying all of their bottling company rights back. But they let him grow he owns 64 bottling companies, over 250 acres, all out there. He also owns a lot of Cadillac and a bunch of stuff. So his money is really long. Okay. The thing is, when Bill Cosby,
hold on a second. I want everybody to take note of everything that he owns.
Yeah. People don't know this. So
because my next point is going to make everybody that say Bill Cosby guilty is going to make
hold on. As for the Harpo thing, he did end up buying them on Harpo. He sits on the board when that. He also has the Bill Cosby entertainment company, which his son, a nephew, and Ennis ran it, but he got a nephew that run it, and a niece. She's the actress. She's big in the business. So my whole thing is, he did end up going out and buying and still being able to do, because they did still offer him a production deal. 3 years later, the Cosby Show came. So you got to understand where all of this did come from. So I'm not saying, I know he made his business bad by his associates. Bill Cosby also at that time had a fight with Robert De Niro.
Hold on, stop right there. We're going to stop right there, and we'll pick right back up where we left off after